Gotta relax.
This is Earth Radio. And now here's human music.
Human music. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Gotta relax.
This is Earth Radio. And now here's human music.
Human music. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Gotta relax.
This is Earth Radio. And now here's human music.
Human music. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tuesday. It's Burning Man week, and we are here doing the art things. We're also currently listening to Burning Man Information Radio, BMIR. You can listen to it too. Actually, I'm going to put the link in the chat so that you can all go and listen to it yourself throughout the week if you like. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. No, but it's not working. There we go. That might be a nog. Yeah, so that's running all week from now, or has been running for 2 days actually. And we'll be running all the way until the end of Burning Man, which is sort of Monday, the start of next week. So if you want to, tune in, have a listen. There's currently a little bit of ads going on. Burning Man has its own ads that it runs that are basically just like safety PSAs or like events and things that are happening throughout the week. Yeah, it's pretty good, pretty solid. Anyway, so we're doing Burning Man things, as I said before, which is super exciting. And I'm trying to work out exactly what we want to do. Originally we were going to go through the Alt Space VR Burning Man, but they're not doing that this year, which is kind of rude, but sort of understandable. All the people who would be sort of managing it and you know, adding things to it were busy building things for the actual burn, and they won't be there now to manage it because they're on Playa. So obviously we can't be there. There is an ad there for Burn 2, which is Second Life's digital burn. So you can go and join that if you want, but I've never been particularly interested in Second Life as the thing. So, yeah, anyway, Burning Man, exciting stuff, things happening. Tomorrow, we're probably going to be doing some art. I have a painting that I'm actually supposed to finish on the 2nd, so if we don't finish it tomorrow, it might not get done. Yeah, so that's a thing. So we're going to try and get that done. We also have another couple of personal projects that I want to get done, so I don't know if we're going to be doing that or not. We will be doing an Alt Space VR run at some point, just because they do have some art stuff and some interesting things going on there.
So in 2 hours and 27 minutes. Can't wait 15 minutes. It's all, baby. It's all good.
Solid. Solid. So we were working on this last week. And we're probably going to continue working on this one. And if we finish it, we manage to finish it, we'll start on something else. The other thing I wanted to do was plan out the painting that I'm going to do, that I'll probably be doing tomorrow. I'm going to go pick up a canvas to do so. It's supposed to be like a portrait, and they were supposed to give me, it's part of the secret sitter program. I was supposed to be given a person to paint, or draw, or art, or something. And they gave me myself, which I don't believe is supposed to happen, but I don't know for sure, and I've not been bothered to actually ask anybody. So that's a thing that we're potentially gonna have to deal with, and I think the way we deal with that is just to, you know, paint myself and see how we go. The plan was to do like variations on me as a theme, sort of like a self-portrait in 4 parts, and see how we go with that as a sort of concept, which I thought might be pretty fun. So I was going to have like shadow at the back, which is going to be, you know, detailed and doing some things. I was going to have just a self-portrait of myself at the front. Then I was going to have this kind of like mirrored figure in the front, and then I was going to have like another figure in an actual mirror itself, and have that, you know, be different again. So yeah, those are sort of the ideas, the rough idea. The other artwork that I want to work on is the 9 dragons, because there's a whole thing about 9 dragons. I don't know if you know anything about it, but it's a thing. You can ask me about it later, if you want, if you can be bothered. Oh, my spacing here was terrible. Let's try and fix that up ever so slightly. Not that this matters, I'm just gonna erase it anyway. But yeah, general idea is 9 dragons. I'm just gonna be drawing the 9 dragons, pretty much. Which, you know, is a thing. I am mildly curious about animating this particular scene here. I won't do it on stream, I don't think, just because it'll be a lot of work. But it is a thing we could do, and that would be interesting, at least. So, yeah, we can do that. I just realized I've put all of this in the wrong fucking layout, as usual. So it's this layer. And then merge down. There we go. Layers. So much fuss. So I need to fix up this face quite significantly. I'm not sure exactly how I want to do that. I think I need to widen the cheeks a little. So we can start with that, I guess. Basically, I need to, like, round the face more. you really shouldn't be able to see as much as you can see currently. Let me know if the music is loud enough, ladies and gents. And we're just gonna keep on keeping on. It's a little better. Yeah, one of the discussions I heard come up that I thought would be an interesting thing to discuss is like the concept of the self and where that comes from as a thing, because there's lots of different sort of philosophical theories around the self and identity and how that comes together, and they kind of get used in different contexts. As ways of, you know, explaining behavior or excusing behavior or encouraging certain behaviors, and then encouraging certain sort of like points of being. So like there's a lot of nature versus nurture discussion, like how much of you is influenced by your parents and your background and you know, where you grew up, and then like cultural aspects of who you are mixed in with like any sort of religious sort of indoctrination, really, because you're sort of too young at that point to really engage with the concept of religion sort of in an honest fashion. And this is speaking as someone who is fascinated by religion and you know, thinks that not all religion is bad necessarily, but you know, just purely by reason. You know, if you're too young to realize exactly what it's all about, then you know, you're kind of being forced into it. And you know, the arguments that, you know, that's your parents' job and thing, but anyway, that's a whole nother discussion, I think. But the interesting thing about all that, and then juxtaposed with like nature arguments, that, you know, you're more inclined to be a certain way based on, you know, your genetic factors and your you know, biological factors or functions or things, and how those two interplay together, but also how they sort of contradict one another, and how different people think there's different weights of value on each of them. There you go. So let's catch one of those. But all of that is a long-winded way to say, essentially, like, that there is a sort of an interesting and ongoing discussion about who we are, and how much of that is influenced by, you know, who we are genetically, and then also where we've come from. And how much of that is a thing, and how much of that, you know, excludes you from responsibility of certain things, or demands you responsibility of others, and how you manage that difference. If you have anything you want to add out there in Stream World, feel free to Just check it in chat. Otherwise, we're just gonna sit and vibe to good music. Do a bit of art. We do have a tired Lizzie Bell in the background.
Bonjour.
We're gonna have a tired me tomorrow because I'll be working. Boo!
Somebody say.
I'm trying not to fully outline this, because I actually kind of want it to look a little bit more realistic. Sort of as much as I can actually do that because of the brush and the style I'm using. Is a thing.
You listen to B and I, baby. Greatest big apple on that Kidtronic tip. Got small change out there.
So if you missed that, our current DJ is Granny Smith Apple. Person who is putting on a terrible granny accent. This probably won't end up as a VOD, unfortunately, because of the high likelihood for copyright music to be played. Or it will end up with like significantly muted sections. So apologies in advance if you're one of my more regular VOD listeners. I know there's not many of you, but still like to try and cater to you. Hey, Firelight Chaos, how you doing? Just did the adventure and a double Athena steal with Cookie. Nice work. Very impressive. A true master of the Sea of Thieves, eh? We are currently sitting, drawing, enjoying the beats from Burning Man Playa, live from Black Rock City. It is Burn Week at Burning Man. And so we're just chilling, enjoying the fun. We were going to do some Alt Space VR exploration of this year's art, but Cog was a bit tired, feeling a little under the weather, so he's off tonight. So we'll do it another time with some other folk. And in the meantime, we get to do some more art, which is good. Someone had left 2 Reaper chests in the Fort of the Damned. You decided to investigate. They had piled up a heap of treasure, including 2 Athena, so you grabbed and buried them before being killed by a galleon. Very impressive. Nice work. Yeah, I have always thought that the like burying mechanic is an underused thievery method in the Sea of Thieves. There's a lot of people just trying to like sink ships and take all the treasure rather than like just taking the specific things they want and then burying them for later, which seems far more piratey in my opinion. Because pirates bury treasure. They don't go and sell it to outposts. Alright, that's looking a little better. We're now going to go in and put some more definition and detail in here. I think this basically all needs like darkening. Is probably the trick through here. Because we've got some nice flow on this this like head covering. But it's all kind of very similar tonally. So I think we need to like darken some sections and lighten some sections. And I think I need to change this bottom section here so that it's not as clearly uniform. Maybe if I do this a little. There we go. That might solve the problems I'm having. Your guess is as good as mine with this music. One of the things I like really yeah. One of the things I really enjoy about Burning Man is inevitably you end up being exposed to some kind of musical genre or some kind of like weird experience that you have never encountered before, and all you can say is, yep, that exists. That's a thing. So that's essentially what I've tried to have my Burning Man from home experiences be. Is, hey, hydrate, posture check. Checked posture. Oh, and a stretch as well, thanks. You can check out that it's Pantsless Tuesday. You can see the art, it's right in front of you, Cog. But I will save it. Skull. Hydrate and a dehydrate. You got a new computer chair. Awesome. Is it like a super fancy, ridiculous one? Or is it like a... Is it just like a regular computer chair? Is it like an actually good ergonomic one from like a boring office supply store? Or is it like one of those fancy gamer fuck off ones that actually do huge damage to your back? An IKEA gaming chair, so likely the second then, maybe? Although IKEA is a pretty good company for like ergonomics. They're Swedish. They know how to build a thing. What's its ridiculous Swedish name? Is it like a nern or an insk or a flunk? I love IKEA. If it wasn't for the fact that like all the stuff in IKEA never really lasts that long, I would totally just like buy all my shit from IKEA. You don't like it? You can't do some of your usual seating habits with it? Seating? In quotes. It's not quite sitting, is it? They know how to give things to people to build. This is also true. They know how to make a product for someone else to put together. Match spell. Okay. Can't think of how to turn that into a offensive Swedish stereotype, so I'll probably just leave it at like, oh, interesting name. What ridiculous ad is running right now?
7:15 in G. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pancakes are a registered trademark of Can't Be Bothered.
Wednesday in Black Rock City is Hump Day at Cameltopia, your desert oasis at 2:30 in D. Spinning at the Hump Day party will be DJ Humpty and friends. Humpty collects funky beats like a chipmunk collects nuts. Spinning a super eclectic mix guaranteed to quench your thirst for tunes. Refill your canteen, take refuge from the evil Daystar, and dance while DJ Humpty and friends throw down the beats. Join us for Hump Day Party on Wednesday
No, it's Hump Day.
at 2:22 p.m. at Cameltopia, 2:30 and D.
This is a message about the number 1 and number 2.
This is about licking rocks? No, it is about Hump Day.
It should go without saying. If it's in your body, it needs to go in the potty. Poop is the worst kind of
Oh, I didn't know I could do that.
You'd have people peeing
Hey,
and
hey.
pooping on the open plaza.
Learning functionality on the road.
Sanitary, gross, and against the law. Use radical self-reliance and just hold it until you can find a pool. And if you get caught, you're going to very likely get a ticket for being around, as well as the scorn of your neighbors.
What's your favorite part about Brooklyn? It's too early to tell. It's too early to tell. No, this is my night. Really? But like all of the Brooklyn, what's your favorite part? I hope you keep coming back eventually. I'm still looking for the answer.
BMIR 94.5.
Sometimes dreams are wiser than waking. Black Elk.
The voice of the man, the voice of Black Rock City.
There is my Instagram, ladies and gentlemen. Go and check it out.
This Granny Smith apple signing off for the night. I got my man Blue coming up next with the hot jams, with hot biscuits, gravy, and all types of goodies. So y'all listen up. Watch out the flyer. Put some Vaseline on the body parts, and y'all be chillin'.
That was a Granny Smith apple. Checking out. Awkward radio silence. Oh. There's something. Something is happening. Nope, nothing is happening. New from Bardist & Co. Tired of getting sick? Feeling depressed? Do you fear COVID-19 and the 5Gs? Buy one of our rocks today. Delicious and sourced from your local sidewalk. We deliver it straight to you or possibly your neighbor's door.
I used to be in chronic pain all the time. Fatigued. I mean, I could barely function. Doctors suggested having breakfast and going for a walk, but even that didn't help. So I tried this new Bardist & Co. product called Rocks, and all my troubles just disappeared. I definitely recommend it.
Yes, that's right. Licking our rocks will cure all ailments. Don't waste your time with modern medicine or drugs. 100% no money back guarantee. You too could lick rocks. Buy today.
gate 2 hours, 15 minutes, and if you make it to the gate, only 15 minutes. So if you're planning on heading to the city, now's the time. Now's the hour. I think I'd be better at this after. Here we go. Let's see what I do tonight. I rolled out, saw some friends.
What chaos? What are you talking about?
Had some brisket. It wasn't my mother's brisket, but it was tasty. Ate with a pickle. Delicious. Pickle. And we're back with BMI 94.5 FM, the voice of the man, the voice of Black Rock City. Well, I would go ahead and play a few promos while we sort our tiny elections.
I want to talk to you for a second about bike safety around moving vehicles. There are a few things you can do to make sure you and your friends don't get hurt when you're out and about on the bike. First, try to stay at least 15 feet away from a moving mutant vehicle or water or fuel truck. Don't race in front of or circle a moving mutant vehicle. And don't buzz or hitch a toe on a moving mutant vehicle either. Remember, if you can't see the driver, he or she probably can't see you. And we say this every year. If you're riding your bike at night, light it up.
Hello, burners! It's time to get super dusty. Join me, artist Cynthia Fleischman, or Dusty Doodler, on Thursday, 3 p.m. at the Harmony Strand structure to form a human harmony strand, calling out for peace, harmony, and climate action. This Ashes to Ashes, Dust to Dust art happening invites everyone to come together, take off their clothes, cover the body with desert dust, paint your hands red as a symbol for humanity, and form a harmony strand on playa, which will be photographed by myself and aerial photographer Alex Medina or Gratitude. Again, that's Thursday, 3 p.m. by the Harmony Strand sculpture to form a human harmony strand. Hope to see you there!
Is it around 9 p.m. and your others haven't canceled your downers yet? Do you feel that you have to wind yourself up just to get out of the camp? And then you have to keep winding yourself up throughout the night just to keep up with Chad, Karen, and Sky River? Do you wish there was a quick fix? You are second wind for your machines. We have a solution for you. Come to the Second Wind Pirate Cafe, where the night sticks and happiness and love. Our coffee is so strong that it will show up in the drug test and will keep your brain going all the way to your prime.
Before I visited the second parent cafe, I was just pretending to laugh at some of the shoulders bad jokes. Now, just too hyper to care. There is help, and you can find it too.
The Second Wind Pirate Cafe at 6:30 in Sea behind Century Gate. Side effects might include amnesia, unirapid fear of hands, nipple dilation with giggles, uncontrollable Irish dancing, general hoariness, unnecessary spellcasting, pointing to Bella Sparkle, designs off the art, and in most cases, pooping. Ask for flight. The Second Wind Pirate Cafe.
Let's do a little vibe check. See how we're all doing. 31%. I think it's much higher than that, so we're going to stick with the 62 that's on the stream already. But you can see where your vibe's at.
Good morning, Black Rock City. You've got DJ Blue here from 4 to 6 in the morning. This is my first show. Thank you for bearing with me as I got everything set up and going. Thank you to Mr. David Cooper for helping me out. He's telling me about the traffic. What I'm going to do, this is my first show. I'm going to first off say it's pretty awesome to be back here in Black Rock City. I'm really excited to be here at 4 in the morning. Just, I don't know. I think I'm just going to play some mellow tunes from a very old friend of mine who used to work with me out here in the early 2000s and then stepped away and started doing things. Yeah, I want to play some. A long time ago, back in the days of being lost. This is Project Silent from right now. And I hope you all enjoy it. And again, thank you very much for being here. This city is amazing, and I've been out here for quite a while. Just really enjoying my time. In here and playing music really early in the morning. Really, I just love it. May never hear. You may have never heard before. So yeah, and then again, there's things like this. Here we go. A little bit more. Good morning, Black Rock City, 2022.
Bet you none of you thought you would be listening to space music tonight. So as we talked about last stream, or last art stream at least, these are the lamps that light the city. And our lovely lamp-lighters come along and light them all every evening, right before the sun goes down. So if you ever make your way to Black Rock City, you can go and join the Lamplighters, volunteer, and light the lamps. That's what I did as part of my gift to the community when I was there. I did some other things, some art and the like. But that was one of the main things that I did while I was there. For those who don't know, Burning Man is a gifting economy. It is not barter, so you can't buy or trade things. The expectation is that you gift whatever it is that you have an abundance of. So if you come to Playa with extra food, extra gear, extra water, extra alcohol, and you have supplied yourself sufficiently, or if you find someone in sufficient need, that you would assist them by offering to those who don't have it. The concept being that gifting helps you because it makes you feel better, but it also helps the community because if you can gift someone the extra things you don't necessarily need, then when you are in need, someone else can gift to you. And this kind of like reciprocal gifting back and forth means that everybody is looked after, everybody's supplied for, because everybody supplies for themselves. Radical self-reliance. And then anything extra is pooled in the community to help those who don't have, who are less fortunate, or, you know, something happens to suddenly break down for whatever reason. Which does happen a lot in the desert. You'd be surprised how much your shit breaks in the desert. I got a glimpse of this year's man. I'm not super far off, it looks like. But there's some good, interesting details on it that I want to check out in closer detail if I can. But that will require me doing some research and finding some pictures from Playa. They'll be out there at some point. Hope you're all having a wonderful day / evening / morning / night / whatever it is for you on this lovely Tuesday. We are currently listening to Burning Man Information Radio, BMIR. There's a little thank you to Burning Man for being so awesome, and to the Burning Man community. Any of the money we make off this stream and any of the other streams this week will be going towards either Burning Man projects or some other charitable organization that does Does good things Burning Man related or burning related.
BMIR.
Either that or mental health. But probably Burners Without Borders. Or the Burning Man project, the art project.
The hearts of men. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe.
The voice of the man. The voice of Black Rock City.
Waking dreams.
This year's theme is Waking Dreams, as you heard. Very exciting.
You're listening to BMIR, your DJ, Mr. Blue here. It is approximately 4:30 in the morning. Let's look at the the traffic, ingress traffic, travel times. We're just after 4 in the morning. 2 hours 28 minutes, Wadsworth to Gate. 2 hours 12 minutes, Wadsworth to 8.
And do not envy the
Got Wadsworth and Nixon is only
Burning Man radio presenters, because they just get given a time slot. They don't
8 Mile to Gate.
like, you don't really get to pick.
7.
You do like
Gateway
volunteer an option, but they give you what you've got. And so very clearly there are some people who have like 4 AM slots.
Smoothly, I should say.
And Burning Man can be a bit crazy and hectic. So if you were out partying and then suddenly have to turn around to go and host a radio show, it's gotta be rough, man. Alright, that is looking to... There we go. That's a little better. It's a little too detailed, given how... I mean, honestly, the rest of them should probably be a bit more detailed. That's probably the solution to this. How does that work? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, this one's just too much, I think. Needs to be a little more... a little more like hints of what it is, rather than like very clear distinction. That's better. Yeah, that's looking better. That's looking better. So the idea I had was playing with the clarity of these as you went further away, so it was a little clearer that like they're far off in the distance. The size helps that already, but I think we can make it significantly better. By making them a little bit more blurry, just because I think I've gone in and added too much detail to them. I am planning on adding more detail to basically everything in this image, but the plan was that's better. Yeah, the plan was to still have them be pretty blurred out, as a way of building into that perspective shift. Because they are supposed to be pretty far away. So we found out a little bit more information about our 9 dragons. We have a name for one of them. Let me just bring it up here. We have Electra, the Thunder Dragon. Then we've got a Wood Dragon, a Bone Dragon, a Fire Dragon, a Water Dragon, the Twins, as they're called, and then a Meta Dragon, which is like a psychic kind of dragon. And there's one more that we've not found yet, or that we don't have any information on yet. So we need to continue finding out some stuff about that. But that's this year's main quest. I don't think it's going to be finished this year, because we actually started it last year. And we've also been given a quest by the Cognitive Bard. We need to keep an ear out, or an eye out, or everything out, for 3 creatures, 3 animals that are going to impart some wisdom to us somehow. So we're keeping an ear out, keeping our mind and our eyes open. And he's got his quest as well. Which I'm sure he's definitely been working on. Just giving him shit now. Someone's DJ set this afternoon, which would have been their like early night, was just like 30 different mixes of Darude Sandstorm. So it was like mashups of Darude Sandstorm in various different various different genres with various different songs in it, and I was impressed by how much versatility they got out of Darude Sandstorm. Like, there was a fantasy epic, there was one with Rammstein, there was one with Kung Fu Fighting mashed into it. And then they had like a cool a cappella one, and then it was a lot, and it was very impressive, and kind of ridiculous. So if I can find that ever again, if I figure out who the DJ was, and if they've got like an online presence somewhere, I'm gonna try and get some details, because I was very impressed by the ridiculousness of it all, and I would love to be able to bring that to you. There was one that I thought was it's a song, like it's a soundtrack basically that plays a lot to in like a lot of anime, but like specifically in Naruto. It's kind of like this, kind of like pipe-esque, pipey. Yeah, I was just like, I instantly recognized the song, or at least the sort of soundtrack element to it. And then the Darude bit kicked in, and I was like, oh my god, this is epic. It was the most ridiculous. I just digged it a lot. Like, probably more than I should have. But that's one of the things about Burning Man. You find interesting things that you wouldn't have thought you'd be into. And you expand your experiences. It can be a little difficult, but I do try and come into Burn Week with a very open mind. I usually try and have an open mind about most things, but for Burning Man in particular, I make a point of being like, okay, throw out assumptions for this week specifically, and see what we can do. See what we can do when I'm not assuming things are the case. And just try and go with the flow. Kinda works sometimes. Not always. But that's half the fun of it, is to play around with things we normally wouldn't get to play with, or normally wouldn't get to experience or do or be. I'm very hoping they live stream The Burn this year. We're going to be watching it together, or at least we're going to try and watch it together if we can, because I'm super keen for that. So if you would like to watch it with me, I will give a heads up to people when I figure out exactly when it's going to be. The thing up there says 4 days. I don't know, I'm inclined to believe it, but last time it was off by a full day because it was counting off my internal clock, my computer's clock, and not from... basically it assumed I was in America. And that doesn't work, because I'm not. So that's a thing we're going to have to factor in for, I think. Oh, it's my love. You're a dog. Alright, that's looking pretty good so far. We're gonna define some of these lines a little better, just to begin with. Not super well, but just enough that we can kind of see where this is all going. Oh, bless. Lizzie Bell in the background there, having a sneezing fit.
Who sneezes doesn't sneezing fit me? Not like you used to.
Oh, rude.
Good morning, Black Rock City. Time
Such a call out.
6 in the morning.
Also entirely true.
Yeah, it is.
Blue on BMIR 94.5. We are the voice of man.
Are you going to
We're
bed?
just getting into this. This is
Okay.
my first show.
Oh, bed tea. Very good. You enjoy.
And it
I will
sometimes
be
feels like
in
it was just last
a
year,
bit.
so a lot of people say, "Oh, last year."
I shall.
We're gonna do some promos and I'll be back to some music. Good morning.
We're probably not going to be streaming for too much longer. It's been an hour and a half.
This art card that has a horse on the top. It has these red eyes on the horse. There's kind of a girl that's like spinning around and stuff. And people are coming up to the car yelling art car at it. This is like Labor Day weekend. I could have been on a lake somewhere, and instead I have to watch this. Yeah, I could have been on a lake somewhere instead up here, but
Yeah, so we'll keep working on this a little bit longer, and then we'll head to bed. I think. Got work tomorrow, unfortunately.
It's burning, man, and it's overwhelming. The dust, heat, music, lights, and camp drama can make you feel like everything is on fire. We've got a solution. Camp 3SP, located at 515.
So yeah,
It's a soft place where you can sit in our shaded front room.
let us know how you're all doing, what you're all up to.
We've got them. Events for introverts, stutters,
If you're having a good time.
foster creativity, gain insight through breathwork, or simply let drunk people give you bad advice. Camp 3SP at 515 and down. Camp 3SP cannot be prescribed by a doctor. Camp 3SP solely steroids. Side effects include relaxation, sensitive unrelenting displacement. Do not take 3SP unless you are a carbon-based life form on this planet currently. Camp 3SP.
Hey, sexy burners.
You need a passport.
Come to BlackRock City Passport Office at Plaza and 5.
Get your passport, everyone. But the man needs one.
Wander around, be a Robert Dreamer. Hallucinate.
Come to Plaza at 5. Be an official burger. And your passport.
Burning Man passports. What will they think of next?
If you're looking for a way to cool off and relax during the afternoon, how about a little life drawing? Join us at Art Model Camp in the Alternative Energy Zone. We are here from noon to 3 each day. No experience required to draw or pose. Come visit us at 4 and Few.
BMIR 94.5. Sometimes dreams are wiser than waking. Blackout.
The voice of the man. The voice of Black Rock City.
Waking dreams.
Black Rock City, Burning Man 2022, BMIR 94.5, The Voice of the Man, and I am Mr. Blue. So I've been playing music from a friend of mine. I'm still trying to figure out whether I should mention the name, but I've been mentioning the project names. Dated back at the very beginning, I was playing some music from a project called Scilab out of Boston scene. I want to say maybe 2 decades ago. This goes way back. This friend of mine has been playing music and producing music for a long time. Female producer, very heavily dominated male world of music production. And it's taken a long time for female producers to really break out and get what I believe is the respect they deserve. And really, I don't know, feel good. Things have worked out very well. I moved into some music from a project called Living Light, and I'm going to continue playing some of that. And yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, this is kind
So yeah, I think I'm gonna animate this piece at some point. I don't know when or how much I'll be spending time animating this, but I have an idea in my head of what this piece could look like in the end once I'm finished it, and the concept I have for finishing it off is to have a night version and a day version of the same image, and basically have the the animation like swap between the two, and then have like, you know, dust storm roll in and out of shot, so that everything's going to be a little animated, but not like very animated, and then maybe like an art car or two just like kicking around, and then it like swaps over to like the night cycle, and then everything is, you know, flashing lights and Burning Man nightlife. Just because I think that would suit really well. So I'm gonna plan about having something like that going. Because this would be really cool, but I'm just envisioning like how do I best do this? Let's this is probably not the best way to do this. That's entirely the wrong layer that I've been working on. This is what I wanted to do. That's fine, because we would turn it up a little. That's way too much. Overcorrected. Oh yeah, that's doing it. Yeah! We're getting there, we're getting there. It's like night and day. Get it? Turn the turn the size of this down slightly.
As you shift through different dimensions that are played like music.
And then, like, I clearly got too excited by this idea because I'm now just immediately doing it. The man would inevitably be some kind of electric blue. And a bunch of lights. Pale glow around him. But yeah, that's sort of the general idea. We'd have sort of day-night thing. this. Because I would be lit up by this fire.
You're listening to BMIR 94.5, voice of the band, Mr. Blue. So travel times, traffic wait times, they really haven't changed. They only update every hour. So the 4 a.m. time, if you weren't listening earlier, the gate wait time is only 15 minutes, according to what they get to mention on the air. If you're in the Wadsworth area, it's about 2 hours 28 minutes, or 2.5 hours to get from Wadsworth to the gate, and then about 15 minutes to get through. So super smooth to get into Black Rock City.
Who are the VIPs at Burning Man? They're the artists, the makers, the tens of thousands of volunteers. The people who make this city the beautiful, living, breathing entity that it is. And guess who those
That's
people
looking
are?
pretty good.
You. We're
Daytime,
in this
nighttime,
together.
daytime,
We're all
nighttime,
volunteers.
daytime,
So step
nighttime.
in and step up. Whether it's your
So we'll
first
play
time
around with that
or your 10th,
and keep
the best way
working
to feel connected as a
on
citizen
making
of
that
Black Rock City is to
something
join
interesting.
others to help make something happen.
But that's looking pretty good so far. We've still got a fair bit of work to do on this.
They keep a list of volunteer
Save that.
opportunities. There are always people who need help.
So this is the rough idea we had for
VIP can be as simple as helping a neighbor set up their camp.
for the painting we're going to try and do tomorrow.
Looking to relax and revive after a hard day in the playa?
So I
Then
think
come
this
to the Black Rock Tea Company at 6
character
o'clock
at the
in
back
G
here
Portal for a lovely cup of
becomes
tea
a kind of
and
like,
some wonderful conversation in our tea salon shade structure.
like monster
Learn how
character,
to make tea
basically.
with our tea ceremonies led by true tea masters. Sample many kinds of teas and relax in our chill space. That's the Black Rock Tea Company, 6 o'clock and G Portal. Hope to see you there.
Now hiring. Dream Explorers wanted. We here at the Nightcrawlers Corporation have developed a new proprietary technology that allows us to enter and adventure through dreams. We're looking to hire intrepid adventurers to help us explore this new uncharted landscape and document what we've seen. Come apply today. Job fair and open house Monday night at 9 p.m. at Nightcrawlers on 6 and G. Dress to impress to receive your first quest and network to share a drink with your fellow applicants. Kickoff party is Monday night from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. and the game continues throughout the entirety of the burn. So don't worry if you miss the kickoff party. We hope to see you then.
One of the artworks, I know that it is at Burning Man this year,
Dream as if you'll live forever.
is
Live
a
as if
dream
you'll die
portal.
today.
And essentially what that is someone has put a live stream from the burn to somewhere else, and they do like Zoom calls to this portal, which is just effectively a big projector screen. And it's got a live camera set up at Burning Man, and then it's got, you know, people's cameras at home. And so you can have a Zoom call with people in the real world at Burning Man, and vice versa. I haven't figured out where or how to do this yet, because I would absolutely fucking love to Zoom call to Burning Man. But that's a thing that's happening, and I'm super keen to find out more about it. And just amazing that like technology has advanced so much that people can do that kind of shit. Like someone can go to the desert, have enough internet access to be able to set up a like a fucking Zoom call projector screen. Craziness. So this figure at the front here is going to be this kind of like it's like mirror kind of thing. So I've got some Stuart Semple paints, very expensive, but supposedly worth it. And the plan with those, I should probably save this. Let's save that artwork. We've done a bit on this. We're kind of happy with where it's at the moment. I'm going to try and fix up the face just before we head out, so it looks like we have actually done a little bit more of what I said I would do. But it's coming together quite nicely, I think. It does still need some work on the background and stuff, but everything coming along quite nicely so far. But yeah, so I've got these Stuart Semple paints, and one of them is mirror, is like literally a mirror paint. So it's like the chromiest chrome or something, chromium 2.0, which is pretty cool. So we're going to use some of that. That's going to be this kind of mirror figure at the front here, and then we've got black. I think we're up to black 3 point something, 2 point something. Anyway, so we're going to be using his hyper black as well, which is exciting. Catch as a clamper, why not? Catch. So we're going to have a really good solid black. We're going to have a really good solid chrome, like mirror color. Reflective paint. So I think we're going to be able to pull this off pretty well, actually. And then we'll have like a semi-realistic, hopefully fairly realistic me in the front here. And then in this sort of mirror here. So this is supposed to be a mirror as well, but this is like a natural mirror. And I figured in here we'd have like my LARP character, Burning Man style character. Just because it's sort of supposed to be the idea for it that I had was like a self-portrait in parts, like an exploration of what makes me me, and which of those is me, which of those is the real me, and how we reconcile sort of the different versions of ourselves. This was supposed to be a portrait showcase for other people, but when I received my, because it's the Secret Sitter program, and basically it's an exhibition where you put your name down and send a bunch of photos of yourself and some information to this art community, this art group. They shuffle them around and then they give them back. They give you someone else's picture and information and blah blah blah. And then you paint them, is sort of the idea. You do a self-portrait of someone else, they do a self-portrait of you, or they do a self-portrait of someone else as well, and then like eventually everybody ends up with a self-portrait, not a self-portrait, they end up with a portrait of whoever their sitter was. I was a little late getting my photos in, I'll be honest, so this might be why, but I ended up with my own photos back, and they said, here's your sitter, here's the person you're supposed to be making an artwork about, and it was me, and I was like, shit. And I could have questioned it and been like, hey, is this supposed to be right? Am I supposed to have someone else? But honestly, at that point, like, I was just, I had a lot going on, and I couldn't be bothered like interrogating someone who was clearly a volunteer. So I was just like, fuck it, I'll do a self-portrait. And so I came up with this concept of a self-portrait in 4 parts, of like the 4 sort of aspects of myself that I can sort of really identify. So there's like the physical me, the me that like people interact with, and whether you would call that me. And sort of the idea behind that was like it's me in a hoodie, me just, I don't know, chilling, but like sort of not really doing anything or showing anything off. It's just sort of being myself. And like, is that me when I'm just sat relaxing doing nothing? And then there was like this mirror thing, which is like I have at times imposter syndrome or impersonator syndrome, where it's like I will be around a group of people and then I will like take on attributes of that group, and like slowly integrate that into me, because that's the way to like make friends and shit. And there's a lot of people with this kind of issue, but like that's a personality trait that I've noticed in myself. Spend a long enough time around a group of people, I will start to act and sound like those people, do the things like those people, in an attempt to, I don't know, garner some kind of social favor. And often I will do it without even being conscious of doing it. Sometimes to my own annoyance, because like sometimes it happens with people that I don't want to be like, or I'm not seeking the approval of, and yet, still end up somehow falling into that trap. Then there's the sort of the self that I see in myself, in my mind's eye, which is the mirror version, and this kind of like my LARP character, and the various different characters that I've constructed in my life of me. Going on quests, being a mystic and a knight, and all these kinds of things. And there's a lot built into that thing. The idea of like the vision you have in your mind of yourself, the story you tell of yourself is you to a degree. And then like how much to a degree is that the case? And then the last one is the shadow self. So this is the sort of Jungian archetype of like all the things that you don't want to admit about yourself, all the things that like cause you to stay up at night or cause you to have guilt. And I've done a lot of like dealing with and getting rid of a lot of that. I don't have a lot of guilt or regret. I try not to. So I deal with a lot of that, but there is a lot of like impulses and things. People talk about like intrusive thoughts and impulsive behavior. And like I get that. I have had that a lot in the past. And so this kind of like shadow figure is a thing that I am very aware of and have, you know, done a lot of work with. So it would be to my detriment to not, you know, acknowledge that as a thing. So yeah, that's basically what the portrait's going to be. It's going to be, you know, exactly like this. These four figures facing off with one another. I should probably save this actually. Portrait idea. There we go. Saved. And then we have the 9 dragons. And this is basically, I want to do a work at some point. I don't know if it's going to get done this week, but I would like it to. I'll probably do a draft of it tomorrow while I'm at school, when I've got a little bit of time, you know, recess and lunch or whatever, if I can find some time in there, to basically draw out the 9 dragons that I have to defeat. And the idea is that there are, in this long-running quest to beat dragons, to defeat the ultimate dragon, there were 9 children of the dragon that I slew, and it is my job to continue to pursue these offspring of the main dragon, as they begin to cause trouble and continue their ancestors, their progenitors' terrorism, I guess? Not really terrorism. It's not for a political aim. But yeah, so the idea is that it's like there's these 9 different dragons. They have different attributes. Yeah, I don't really know what to say more than that. But there are 9 of them. I've got to find them. I've got to either subdue them somehow or you know, destroy them as I did with their predecessor. Much to the complaint of many people I know who are dragon fans. Yeah, so the idea is to draw the 9 dragons, essentially. And this will help formalize in my head the plan that I have, and then, you know, begin the process of trying to find them. I know some of them are definitely at Burning Man this year. I don't know about all of them. And this actually comes back to talking about the idea of the self thing. This is part of the story I tell myself. This is part of the story I tell others about myself. That this is the task I have been tasked with, and so it's a thing I need to do, and it's part of who I am. And people go, "You're crazy. There's no such thing as dragons." So yeah, that's sort of the idea there. I'm going to be drawing those dragons. It's going to be a much larger piece than this. I don't know if it's going to be digital or traditional, but we'll figure that out as time goes on. Might as well save this as well. And then I think we might get ready for a raidy-do We'll check if Cognitive Beard is on. I think he said he wasn't going to stream tonight.
Hey, what's your favorite part about Burger?
Being here with
New from Bardist & Co. Tired of getting sick? Feeling depressed? Do you fear COVID-19 and the 5Gs? Buy one of our rocks today. Delicious and sourced from your local sidewalk. We deliver it straight to you or possibly your neighbor's door.
I used to be in chronic pain all the time. Fatigued. I mean, I could barely function. Doctors suggested having breakfast and going for a walk, but even that didn't help. So I tried this new Bardist & Co. product called Rocks, and all my troubles just disappeared. I definitely recommend it.
Yes, that's right. Licking our rocks will cure all ailments. Don't waste your time with modern medicine or drugs. 100% no money back guarantee. You too could lick rocks. Buy today. Man, the ads are crazy tonight. Very silly. Make sure you are looking after yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Self-care. Very important. Oh, stretch. You can see the artwork, it's right there. Cog, come on now.
Hey burners, are you hungry? We've got you covered at Camp Square 1, 5:15 and E. Come see us Monday through Friday from 12 to 5, Saturday and Sunday.
Alright, we're gonna fix up the face a little.
Music and entertainment every day. Some highlights of our week are veggie burrito and karaoke day on Tuesday.
I'm not sure exactly how we fix this up, I'll be honest. But we're gonna figure it out together.
House music and burgers and
Ah!
Friday we have live band elements with a Mediterranean vegan spread, and Saturday pancakes and mimosas. We can't wait to see you. Don't go hungry. Come and see us at Square One.
You hear that? Cog? Don't go hungry, go to Square One.
Dr. Playa's ear, nose, and throat. Is your shama smelling like oh my god? Does your scarf smell like bar, for heaven's sake? Does your nose feel like the inside of the haunted mansion? Do your ears feel like lava tubes? Come on down to Dr. Playa's ear, nose, and throat, where we will clear your ear, hose your nose, tank your stank, and soothe your throat. We are in the 530 and Esplanade Triangle, just a couple camps down from our friends at BMIR at 2 o'clock and Rods Road. Come see us today between the hours of noon and 3.
Welcome to Black Rock City, also known as Hades. Looking to get out of the heat? Stop by the Temple of Bacchus for shade, water, and of course wine. Our hammock lounge is open all day, with the bar open 2 until 8 p.m. We are at 9:15 and Enigma as part of Poly Paradise, right next to the Twisted Swan Celtic pub. Look for the blue wall.
BMIR 94.5.
The voice of the man.
The voice.
Why does the eye see a thing more clearly in dreams than the imagination when awake? Leonardo da Vinci.
The voice of Black Rock City.
Waking dreams. Waking dreams.
Burning Man, Black Rock City 2022. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. It's been a while. It's 5:26 in the morning. And I'm going to do a little PSA live right here for Recycle Camp. So I do a number of different things when I'm here in Black Rock City. And one of the things I do is help be a project manager for Recycle Camp. It is a Burning Man or camp that is in the Community Services Department, and we are located in Center Circle there at 6 o'clock, right in the Center Circle. And we moved across the street, but you can still find us. Look for the aluminum covered dome. Bring us all of your aluminum cans. Make sure they're sorted, hopefully dry. It's best to collect them in a mesh type bag so they dry out. And then you come over, you can crush them on our state-of-the-art crushinator, we call it the Blue Duck. It crushes aluminum cans and really anything else, but we just want your aluminum cans. We don't want anything else. We don't want plastic, we don't want steel, we don't want glass. No garbage for sure. Yeah, come by 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day, Monday through Sunday. We are closed on Labor Day because we have to close down and we have to pack up. But yeah, come on up. Recycle can. Take all of your aluminum cans. And now we're going to get back to some music. You're listening to BMIR 94.5, the voice of the man.
I think I know why it looks so weird. It's because the head is fucking huge. Here is an instant solution to this problem. Let's just grab all this and literally drag it down. Ta-da! That is exactly what the problem was. I have been sat here this whole time being like, why does it not look right? What the fuck's wrong with it? No, it's just, it was in the wrong spot. Which is, you know, usually actually the case. It's just, I haven't thought through the design well enough. Let's see just how much this actually fixes. And it's going to be a lot. Because I know me. I need to clean this up a little more. Because now it's in a different spot, so it doesn't work as well, but that's alright. Fix it up pretty easily. There, done, done. And yeah, significantly better. Sometimes you just need to like take a step back. I'm not sure about this this body placement. I think with how it's structured at the moment, it's got me looking very like this. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing very well, but I'm like holding both hands up, like hunching forward. I think if I dropped the shoulders slightly, had one of them rolled back, and then had the other arm coming out this way, down the bottom here. Let's center the image so that you can see what I mean. But if I had the arm coming out this way, down here, and then brought the shoulders down slightly, that would actually probably fix a lot of the problems that I am currently finding here. And if I fix up this neck slightly, will that fix the other problem that I have? It does. Hey, look at that. It's almost like I know how to art. Almost. There we go. That's better. That's better. That's the jawline, that's the neckline, and then just duck a little. Cool. Daytime, nighttime, daytime, nighttime. Oh, now we have to move this, don't we? Alright, let's quickly do that. But I can't, because... okay. That's gonna require some fussing for our nighttime version, but that's okay because the nighttime version is just an idea of what it's gonna look like. This is looking pretty good so far. What we're gonna do is put some other people and some bikes and some things in the background here. We're gonna fix up this other roadway over here. And then we're going to put in some more detail and fix up temple in the back, and then probably do a little bit more stuff on the mountain range. What I think I'm going to do is just bring a thing here. I just want to see if I can add some definition and darken some of this, just because I think there is... Yeah, that's what I'm sort of going for. Maybe a slightly lighter brown. Build in a little bit of this horizon line. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm going to save this. We'll export it so that we can show people what we've been working up to. Let's just make sure that the file size is not fucking massive. Burning Man, whip. Yep, it's not too huge, that's fine. Though the image itself is pretty big. So I'm just going to chuck this in the Discord. See how much it's changed from the last one. Probably not a whole lot, because we're working on small, fine details now. Is it significantly noticeable? Not much. Things have changed slightly. But that's alright. It's mainly just so that we have a copy of it. And then we're going to raid out. So we're going to raid into... I think we're going to raid into James B. Barrow. I'm just going to double check that there's not a... that there's not someone Burning Man doing Burning Man things. Nope, there isn't, and that makes sense because it's like 4 AM over there. So yeah, we're gonna raid into Barrow. Mr. James B. Barrow, who we love, a good friend of the channel. So we're gonna raid in now. Make sure you give him our love. If you are subscribed, you can copy and paste our little raidy do here. Which I am just struggling to post now. There we go. We'll be back again tomorrow for some more art stuff. We're probably going to be doing some traditional painting because I need to do that portrait, and it's actually due in 2 days' time, so I'm gonna have to rush to get it done. I'm gonna be tired after work, but we're gonna turn on more BMIR and listen to that while we're doing this. Yeah, check out BMIR if you have not. It's good stuff. It's running the whole of Burning Man. Yeah. So thank you for joining us. I hope you have a great burn. Hope you have a great week. And we will catch you next time. Much love, guys. See ya.
Gotta relax.